Hello and welcome to Happy to Crochet. I'm Sarah Lee, and in this video, I don't know, I thought I would just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I do want to show you a few things that I've been working on that I've gotten done, and I'll show you some of the recent things that I picked up from the thrift store. It's been over like a 2-week period. I don't go to the thrift store every day. I do go weekly. I like to see what I can find. For inexpensive, right? Because then that way the crafting is somewhat in control. I'm going to grab some coffee really quick. I'm dying for some coffee. Okay, so what shall I show you first? How about I show you a few things? I know, I'll show you a few things that I've finished, which isn't like a big deal at this point. And then I'll show you some of the things that I purchased at the thrift store. And then I will show you what I'm working on because I've got a little project that I'm working on. So first up, let me just grab it here. How are you guys doing? I'm so grateful for a Saturday and to be able to be home with my family. I've been having fun with my teenage daughter. Okay, maybe you guys have the same thing going on there, or maybe you're just enjoying your day. It's Saturday. I don't know when you'll watch this. It doesn't matter. Hopefully, whatever day it is, you are also having a good day. We just make the best out of it when we can, right? There's always a way to make the best out of it. So, I know I've mentioned several times because I think I'm just like becoming sorry, I hate to say my mic. I think I'm becoming a big fan of Alana. She's in Southern Illinois. I'm headed to Southern Illinois in a couple of weeks. I'm super excited. I'm going to visit family. Oh, I have a project that I did make. I made a video a couple of weeks ago and I haven't uploaded it. So I will upload it. But in the project, I'll show you an Afghan that I made. And if you watch that video, I'll have to upload it after this one. When you watch it, I'll be talking about my cousin-in-law's Afghan, and that once I saw her Afghan, I thought, I wish I made mine like hers. Hers needs some repair work, so I'm going to go and do some repair work for her. So I'm super excited about that. Hopefully I'll get some video. I don't know why I'm clapping. Just that grateful that it's a Saturday and that I get to visit with you guys. So, I did find another person who I want to start binge watching, Terry at the Yarn Joy podcast. Oh my gosh. And she has years worth. So I'm super happy about that. Grateful that there are people out there who are like minded and are enjoying crochet and other crafts like me. Okay. I don't know if my lighting is good enough. Hopefully it is. But anyway, so I have been watching Alana, and in one of Alana's videos, she does a tutorial actually on how to make a scrubby, like a dish scrubby or a kitchen scrubby or a bathroom scrubby, but a scrubber for household chores, and she uses tulle. Fantastic idea. When I was a little girl, my mother used to make scrubbers out of tulle, but hers were more like a pom-pom looking type of a deal. So hers weren't quite the same as Alana's, and I really liked Alana's. So this one is mine. I made it out of pink tulle. It feels nice. Like I would love to exfoliate with that one. It feels good. I don't remember. I want to say I used a single crochet on that one. Just something simple. It curls. Actually, I've had it on. I had it on the roll that the tulle came on. It is a pink. It actually kind of matches my pink sweater today. Not on purpose, though. But this is all I had left. It was a little find. I say find because I found it at the thrift store, and it was just like, I don't know how much was on there, but enough to create this scrubber here. So I'm pretty pleased with it. Alana, that was a great idea because I would have never have thought to crochet with using tulle. Now I have a little bit of tulle left, and I think it's enough to create a bow. Well, I don't know. Let's see if I can make a bow. Bow making skills. I'm sure if I played around with it enough, I could get a cute looking bow made with it, and then put it on like a gift. Anyway, that'd be cute. And when I get gifts and they have nice wrappings and decorations and stuff, I always save them and try to repurpose them because I'm an accumulator, I'm a crafter, and a collector. But I am becoming more generous with the things that I have. And I know not everybody is like-minded in saving those little bits and things. But anyhow, I mean, this is a little rough and crude, but it could be. And then maybe put some little rhinestones in there. You can glue them out. Anyways, it'd be cute. So that was the first thing. So thank you, Alana, for that great idea. I did go around and did like an edging on there. I don't know if it needed or not, but I just had a little bit of tulle left. So I thought, why not? So that's the first thing that I'll show you. And then the second thing were these, are these, now it sounds weird. The second thing that I made, and I'm still working on, are some nice washcloths. These ones, oh, I already put the yarn away. I want to make a tutorial and show how I did mine, but I used 2 strands of yarn. One is, I think, Scrubology, and then the other one just a cotton. Is an amazing cotton. Both are from Hobby Lobby, and they, even though they had different color names, they were both the same. So it was nice to be able to use something like that. But I had gotten 2 skeins of each, and I'm able to make quite a few cloths out of it. Now this one's a larger one than these. I like this size, I think, better, but often I will make, or occasionally I will make this size. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So I've been making those. I like when I want to work with my hands and I don't have a particular project, I like to make washcloths. I think they make fabulous gifts. They make gifts for myself to keep or to give or donate, do to charity. And then sometimes they go off to do a silent auction. And so a couple of these, like these were going to go to silent. If they were going to go to silent auction, I'd probably put 3 together, tie them with a really cute little bow here at the top, and then put on there what they are. Anyway, but they're also nice to have. So there's a stack of those. And speaking of washcloths, so the other, well, okay, the thrift store a couple of weeks ago, the one that's local to me, were selling all their DVDs 10 for $1 for like movie DVDs or whatever they had. It was their movie DVDs, because the others would be CDs if they were music, right? Yeah. Anyway, so we picked up 30. And actually, the day prior, I picked up, I think, 12. Just some cool, I don't know, at least I think they were cool movies, videos. Breakfast at Tiffany's, I think, Pretty in Pink, Chips. Do you remember the TV show Chips with the 2 highway patrolmen from California, Ponch and John? Well, they only had the 6th season, the 6th and final season. And John's not even in that one. It's some new guy, which is kind of sad. So we picked it up anyways. I didn't realize that it didn't have like the whole, the whole, I don't know. I didn't know which one it was. It didn't matter. I was in a hurry, picking out, selecting them. And I thought 10 cents for a DVD is a great price, right? So we played it the other day. Oh my gosh. I had so much fun watching it. I have a 17-year-old and we're watching it. And we're like, this is what we, what my husband and I grew up on. This is like what we grew up on. And she got some giggles out of it. And we're just laughing because, you know, how things are portrayed now and, you know, the advancement of technology and all this and that, you know, you wouldn't see half of the stunts. And anyways, it was a lot of fun to see. And being that we were familiar with a lot of the things that were happening during that time and seeing the stars, um, and how much they've changed. And gosh, that's from the 80s. Let's see, so 90s, 2000, so like 40 years ago. Okay, no offense when I say Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner was in it because that was his name then. And so then I showed my daughter because we were talking and I said, that person has changed so much. And now he is Caitlyn Jenner. And so I showed her what Caitlyn looks like now. And so it was just kind of fun. Tommy Lasorda was in one. If you're a baseball fan, he was a Dodgers manager. And I don't know, there were several people. It was just, it's a lot of fun. So, you know, maybe it's something you want to do, watch old TV shows like that if you can find them for cheap. Anyways, we're going to get done with it and then we're going to pass it along, I think, to my father-in-law. And then from him, when he's finished with it, we're going to give it to another friend and then let it go out back into the wild, you know, because it's fun. All right. So while we were watching Chips, I started making another washcloth here. And I don't know if I want to stop at this point or not, because this is one that I'm making kind of big. If I keep going, I have enough yarn. It's 9 inches wide. Well, I guess this is a good stopping point. Nope. 6.5 inches tall. I don't know. Sometimes when I stretch my yarn, no, it's 8.5. 8.5 inches wide and 6.5 inches tall. So, but it's a nice size already, a nice size cloth, because not all cloths have to be square, right? I definitely want to put an edging on it to help it keep from maybe rolling, but I used the stitch of the post back stitch, single crochet. So that's fun. I showed you guys I did the other one, but the one the other day. But it's just because I have it in my head and I could just do it. And so I just sat there and enjoyed the show and did that. All right. That's not the only thing I have on my hook. But what we will look out at now is what I picked up at the thrift store. And I'll go kind of fast because I don't want to bore you to tears on a beautiful day. No, come on. It's all about crochet, right? So I will show you what else I picked up at the thrift store and then we'll get on to what I'm working on because it's really cute. I like it. So a few things here that are here, 25 cents each. I like to pick up, why did I do that? I don't know. But I like to pick up thread, especially when they are 25 cents each because you can always use thread. Sewing things on, right? Enough said. Sewing things on. 50 cents. Now this I think is a little on their higher side, but 50 cents for buttons. However, sometimes you can buy 3 buttons and you're spending a couple of dollars, right? So if I find buttons for inexpensive, I like to pick those up. These could go on a snowman. See the buttons on a snowman. There's 3 of them. Maybe they're going to be buttons on a little jacket or something. So there's that. 75 cents each. I picked up what they call floss, embroidery floss. It's like thread, but for 75 cents. So these have gone up in price. These are the Coats and Clark, which are a good brand. Cotton. I think, gosh, last time I was at the store, They were over 75 cents, maybe 95 cents each. So for 75, and there's 4 in this pack and 4 in this pack. And I have a lot of floss because I used to do a lot of cross stitch. So I left it there for a couple of days. When I went back and it was still there, I thought, okay, mine. I don't want to be that person that hoards everything. I want to leave things for others to find. And be kind. All right. I had picked up more pom-poms, 50 cents. So there's big pom-poms, like there's a big one there. There's a little medium-sized beige one. Here's a red one. There's some black ones in there. They sold, so it says acrylic pom-poms. They sold at Rainbow Craft. I don't know where Rainbow Craft is. Maybe you guys have heard of Rainbow Craft, but they had once sold for $1.49. 50 cents. And when you see this, if you see these on my things, that's because they put it out in May and the 3rd week of May. That's what that means. All right, so I picked it up. I also picked up some chenille wire for crafts. I see where people use them in the amigurumi. Oh, I'm going to try that. But I picked them up. So I have that, 50 cents. And then we're going to get to the yarn here in a moment. I picked up this. Ooh, this is pretty cool. Well, there's something else in here that doesn't belong in here. I did pick up a latch hook. I don't know why. Actually, it's because I see where the girls do their hair and then they use it to pull out the hair strands and then they bead the hair and such. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but there you go, 25 cents. And but I thought even if I was maybe needing to help pull something through, maybe I could use it for this, but I'm not sure, you know, like, let's see, let me just poke this through here, put this through here. Yeah, voila. I don't know. When would I ever need that? I don't know, because I can use my hook, but you know, maybe. But no, essentially I got it because I see where the girls pull out a strand of hair and then they put beads on and then they braid, and it's really cute. So I might want to do that for my 17-year-old daughter. Okay, so this was pretty cool. I paid $1.50 for it. This nice, it looks vintage. This reminds me of the 70s, 60s. And inside, they taped them to keep them in there. It came with a knitting set. I think there are 2 pieces missing. Let's see, rubber band. I don't know why the rubber band's there, but that's okay. So there's number 8. I think there was 2 of them missing. I can't remember. But everything else is there. So even though those looks like there's more like space, like here and there, and I think there might even be one of these missing. I'll have to look. Anyways, ooh, that could be. I'm wondering now if they did have it and I didn't pick it up. But this is the paper here that came with it. So I don't know if there's a date on there, but you can see where there's spaces missing. So everything else was there, but I think there are like 2 sets missing. And so I'm going to keep looking at the thrift store. They might have had one of those. Now I don't know. But if not, I'll survive. I don't even know how to knit yet, but I'm going to learn. I keep telling myself that I'm going to learn. Instructions. I'm looking to see if there's a date. I don't see one. No, the couplers are there. All these things are there. So I think that was pretty cool for $1.50. My mother's learning how to crochet in her 70s. No, not crochet, how to knit, and she's in her 70s. I can learn too, right? Okay. So we'll be pretty quick with the yarn. Show you this, 75 cents. That. Another for 75 cents. These are all acrylic. Dog hair. 25 cents for this one. I believe everything that I'm showing you right now are going to be acrylic. 50 cents. Nice color. Kind of a periwinkle and little dots in there. It's cute. I don't know what I could do with this. I'm thinking I would have loved to have had more and make a baby sweater and a bonnet with it. And I don't think I'd have enough. Feather. I don't think I'm going to have enough to make a sweater with it. Maybe, I don't, maybe a bonnet, but then it wouldn't have anything to match. Anyways, pink, 50 cents. 50 cents. And it's like a wine. This is coming out brighter, but it's more like a wine color. And then $1 for Super Saver in yellow. This is a different yellow, I think. Well, maybe not. Maybe this one's also Super Saver, 50 cents. Maybe this one as well. And this one, 50 cents. So there's that. There's some fluffy halo looking baby yarn, 50 cents. Just start trying to look at the time, sorry. 50 cents for that. 25 cents. And it says partial skein. So there's that. I almost didn't pick this one up, but then I thought, yes, you're coming home with me. No, I don't know what you'll be. But it might even, this one actually might make a cute little, like a boy baby sweater. Oh, with those black buttons, maybe. We're almost done. Here's some more yarn. This one was actually in a bag from the other day, so disregard that. But that one, does it go with this? No, it's a different, this one's like a baby yarn. I was messing with it. And then 75 cents for this little bag of different yarns. 75 cents for this bag. This one, I'm pretty sure, is cotton yarn. There's a couple, there's a ball here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls of yarn. And then this one. And then, of course, I like to go and look at what they have in there, like dishes and things. So I have this and this. Do you know what they are? Some of you might know. And no, they are not candle holders. So these are called salt cellars. Cellers. Salt cellars. You could pour salt in there, and then usually you get a little teeny tiny spoon, which I haven't. I have a couple of like little like actual like tea, like for tea set spoons. I think you actually even use smaller spoons for these. I don't know for sure. But you put your salt in there and take it out and sprinkle it. I like that kind of stuff. I'm that kind of girl. When I have my in-laws over for dinner and stuff, I give them their own salt shakers. Everybody gets their own salt shakers. But for me, I will put this out because I just like that little fun bit of life. It's like old things, like old pins and things. So I am that girl. All right. So that's it on that. Okay. We are almost at 30 minutes here, 25 minutes. I want to show you guys. If you guys have hung out there, thank you so much. If you're still hanging out to see what I'm working on, I'm super happy about this. As Alana would say, let me get it camera ready. This little baby cardigan. They also call them baby sacks, S-A-Q-U-E. That's an old term for it, and I'm not quite sure why. But isn't that darling? Oh my goodness, look at the little buttons. Now those ones are vintage buttons. I don't know quite the age of them, but they're old. They came off a little old card, but there wasn't a date. And then this was just variegated yarn. And I will show you guys when I complete the set. I will give you guys more details on this. But this is for a newborn baby from 0 to 3 months. This one, where the buttons are set. So where you place your buttons depends on if it's for girl or boy. Of course, when they're little babies, it wouldn't matter. But if you place your buttons on the left side, it's for a girl. And if you place your buttons on the right side, it's for a boy. Look at your husband's shirt, somebody's shirt, a man's shirt. Look at a man's shirt. And then look at a woman's shirt, and you will see that's how it is. Anyway, so there's that. And then to go with it, I made a bonnet. Just kind of like a little simple bonnet. I am still considering I might do sort of like a little ruffle around it just to give it a little more something special for it. There's that. So to go with it. And then this is the cutest. And when I do another video and show this off when I've completed my set, all these things came from different designers. Had I done more looking around and such, I would have done something else coordinating from one designer, but I don't know. I still might. I'm not quite sure. But this is charming. You ready? Look. I just think these are super cute. This looks funny here, but it's not funny. It's a little loop that's meant to be there. But little bunny tail and little bunny ears. Aren't those cute? So sweet. And I know they look super tiny, but the designer even said they will stretch a little when you put them on an infant foot. And actually, I measured it out, and yes, they will. They will definitely fit an infant. I have a doll that I use as my mannequin, my model, and they would definitely fit. And I have experience with multiple babies and how much or how long they are, around the head, typical abdomen size and length and all that. So anyway, this is so cute. I love them. They're so cute. The little pom-poms, I also picked up from the thrift store. Probably about a year ago, I got these ones, 50 cents. These ones, these were a Walmart purchase. Somebody just never opened them and used them. And so they took them to the thrift store, and I got them for 50 cents. So they're probably inexpensive. And I'm just letting you know where, in case your thrift store doesn't have these, you can maybe get them at Walmart. Sometimes I think the Dollar Tree or the Family Dollar and things like that. Now, I don't know about Family Dollar. I've only been in there once, and I can't say that I looked at their craft stuff. The Dollar Tree near my house has had good crafting things in the past. They used to sell yarn, and I haven't seen yarn there in almost a year, which is sad. But Anyways, maybe you guys will have better luck than me. Than me. All right, so when I finish with this, I will definitely share this as its own separate video because I want to tell you guys whose patterns I used. And then before I go, in my last video, I was talking about, where did it go? I was talking about I want to make another wrap. And I was going to get one out of here. And just for reference, this was the one I wanted to do. But then when I looked at it, I don't know. I probably eventually will make it. But where are you? This is the back of it. So it looks like, well, you can't see it too well. And now the sun is going away. I think it's going to the other side of my house. So there's, I think, a seam here. So it looks like you crochet across, and then and then this side, and then you join them. But that's not what I want for the yarn that I'm using. So I have this book, which we can do a flip through sometime. And I'm going to do this one. Sorry, if I would have known that the sun was going to change like that and I would lose light, I would have turned on some light. But then sometimes I have issues with my lighting. So there's that. I think I'm going to try making that one tonight. And this is what it looks like from the front. So that is what I've got for you today. Again, I am very grateful for you. If you were here, I am so happy that you spent some time with me. Please let me know if you have a channel you would love me to watch, because I would love to watch. If you even have a movie, you're like, hey, this is a pretty good movie. And I like older stuff. Gosh, now after watching Chips from the 70s and 80s, so something from the 70s and 80s. If you have movies that you like that are from the 20s to the 50s, I love that too. Sometimes the 60s. I just love the old stuff. Anyway, let me know what you like. Maybe I'll check that out. And if you wouldn't mind, subscribe, hit a like, tell me what I could do better. If you find improvement, that's fine. I can take it. I can take it. I can take it. I can take it. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you again another time. Bye.